What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jones here on Jones for Sports. Now, before we start, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so y'all can see all the future videos. Now, before I get started into what I really want to talk about, just give a little quick background on me as a football fan. If you know me, as my friends know me, y'all know I'm a Cowboy fan, diehard Cowboy fan since the day I was born. Always rock with them. But one thing that my friends and other people do also know is that I'm not biased when it comes to sports in general, but especially in football, because I played the sport and I understand the sport more than the norm. So for me, I just try to, when I watch football, no matter what team it is, whether it's the Giants, team I hate, Philly, Patriots, doesn't matter. Whoever it is, no matter what sport it is, I'm going to give you an honest opinion, not a biased opinion. So what I wanted to talk about today was the Giants. Now, the reason why I want to talk about the Giants is because, as most of y'all know, they had a game yesterday and they got blown out by the Eagles. It was just disgusting, both on offense and defense and special teams as well. But for some reason, all the buzz is only about Odell Beckham. Now, to me, that's weird because if you watch the game, Odell Beckham didn't lose them the game. There was a lot of other reasons why they lost that game, but for some reason, when I'm listening on the radio and, Twitter and, all those things, all I hear is Odell this, Odell that. And partly because of what was going on yesterday during the game, he left, he left at halftime with 2 seconds left on the clock. I understand he shouldn't be doing that. He should be out there for the full halftime with his teammates and things like that. He said he had to go get IVs. That's understandable if that's true. He had his little episodes on the sideline and things like that, but for me, you guys are going too far. I mean, I'm hearing people talk about trade him, get rid of him, and he's not worth, the money and things like that, but why? I mean, as far as production on the field, yeah, he deserves to be there. He deserves his money. Now, if you want to talk about him being on the sideline, having his temper tantrums, again, I don't have a problem with that. The reason why is, like he said in the interview yesterday, it's something that gets him motivated and gets him going. That's true. That for most players, you need something that is going to get you jumped, something to get you started, get you amped. Whether it's another player, if it's not another player, it'll be yourself. Players like Des Bryant. Now, we know those guys have a history of, causing problems. But from what I know of Odell, besides, the little interview, which I also, again, didn't think it was that big of a deal. Some of the things he said he should have kept to himself. But other than that, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But again, the guy has done nothing but, balled out for you guys and really made a threat on that receiver core for the Giants. Now, what you guys are missing is, where's the rest of the team? Besides Barkley. Besides him, I don't know where the hell the Giants are at. Eli looks trash, 37 years old. He wants to play another 4 years, I heard. I don't think that's going to work, bruh. I'm sorry. They made the right, they tried to make the right move last year. They just did it in the wrong way. But it is time for Eli to hang it up. At least not be the quarterback for the Giants, because it's not looking good for him right now. He's not playing good. If you guys were watching his throws, he missed a lot of I wouldn't say wide open players, but the ball was nowhere near his receivers. He's throwing it 10 yards over their heads, 10 yards to the left, 10 yards behind them, 10 yards to the right. It didn't look good. So that's one. Two, the defense. Where were you guys at? Because last time I checked, Philly put up 30-something points on y'all. Where were y'all at? But y'all pointing the finger at Odell because he's having a temper tantrum on the sideline. But as far as production on the field, he didn't have a blowout game, but he did what he could. What's the problem? As far as what he's doing on the field, that's all y'all should be worried about, is what he's doing on the field. And as far as I know and what I'm watching, he's having a good game. He's balling out. Now, obviously, he's going to get more attention because he is that good of a player, and defense are going to double team him and watch him. But you also got to look at your quarterback, who can't get him the ball besides 10 5-yard dumps. I mean, yeah, I know he's an explosive player, but he's been in the league a few years. Defense know how to counteract that now. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, Odell did expose Eli in that offense by, basically telling the defenses what he can't, be successful with, which is the cover 2 defense or any zone defense. Maybe he shouldn't have said that, but be honest, I think the defenses already knew that. Come on. Eli's been in the league for a long time now. I think they figured out what he's good at and what he's not at. And, again, the way I look at it is put Beckham on another team and he's balling out like always. Giants are in the same situation. And, whatever team he's on wants to get rid of him. I bet you guys are lining up first to get him. But you guys want him out. Come on now. That's doing too much. I believe if you guys had a solid quarterback, that you guys would be a little bit more successful. Now, you guys might want to say, oh, he's a Cowboy fan, he's being biased. I'll be the first one to tell you my team is trash too. Cowboys ain't shit. Dak can't throw that on the fucking field. He ain't doing better than Eli. So, I don't care about being a Cowboy fan when it comes to talking about this. I ain't got nothing to do with it. The facts are, you guys need Beckham. You guys don't have much besides Barkley after that. You guys have a few okay receivers, but other than that, what do you guys have on offense? Barkley's, besides him, he's the truth. After watching yesterday's game, he's the truth. He's going to be, solid in this league, but look where he's at. He's on a bad Giants team where if it wasn't for how athletic he is and how strong he is and, the way he can get away from defenders, he'd be getting his ass whipped every night. Beat up, probably been injured already. Because if you look at it, half the snaps, the defender's already in the backfield. But he's just so good at getting away and bouncing off guys that, he turns them into positive yards. But it doesn't look good. I mean, how long is he going to be able to keep that up? He's a rookie. There's a lot more games to go, So it's going to start to wear on him. But that's what I want to say. Like, come on, Giant fans, I mean to say. Don't give up on him yet, because if you guys didn't have him, you would be screaming to have him right now. So be blessed that you have him. You gave him that contract. You got him for 5 years. Now, if he decides he wants to go, hey, fine. That's up to y'all if y'all want to let him go. But I'm just saying, y'all doing a little too much. I think any team would be blessed to have him. Who cares about his stupid, tantrums on the sideline? I actually like it when someone's hyped like that on the sideline. I love that. I played football all my life. When guys did that, it only motivated us to get like him. Whoever was doing it. Oh, shit, all right, he really into this. Let's get into it, because we need to get on his level right now. Him hitting, Odell hitting the fan or whatever it was. So what? I've seen guys do things way crazier on the sideline to prepare themselves for the game or during the game. I've seen a lot worse than that. So I think that's coming from guys that don't really know or hasn't been on a football team or in a locker room like that. We haven't heard much from his teammates, but I would think most of them don't really have that much of a problem with him, having his emotional outbursts. Because honestly, we're as football players, as athletes, that's what we do. We are emotional, and that's when we're allowed to bring it out, because that's when we need to bring it out. That's what's going to give us that aggression and that boost to perform at the best we can. So that's my opinion on Odell and the Giants. Odell, keep doing your thing. I'm a Cowboy fan. I respect you. Saquon as well. Even Eli. Hey, but he got to get it together if y'all gonna do anything, because it's a bad start. Who knows if you guys can make the playoffs, but if you guys lose the next one, you're probably out already. But yeah, start looking forward to the future. Honestly, let's get y'all a quarterback or something. Barkley's nice, but I think quarterback would have been nice now that you're looking at how Eli's playing. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's my 2 cents on that. I normally don't do, try to back up teams that I hate, but like I said, I'm not biased. I like to speak the truth and share my opinion. If y'all watching this, just leave a comment, like it, share it, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Jones. I'm out.